profile of Miracle. He has been here before, but you've got GH, and of course I think for Yapstar, like his first
two of the most talented
shot at TI, where he could potentially make a deep run with his team, and they have both had amazing tournaments up until this point.
Yapstar was saying at his winning interview yesterday, you know, both him and Miracle from Jordan, after this game, perhaps after this series, one of them are going home, so representing the home country a little bit.
Good news for the Jordanian fans is one of them will be moving on, so they have someone to root for if they're very...
Yeah, he was saying, you know, he knows a lot of people from home will be watching this match, so it's...
A lot of people around the world are... I mean, that's just one storyline. You've, of course, got Puppy versus Kuro. Puppy draws first blood and gets that initial jab off, but we'll see if Kuro can respond here. Beyond that, I guess, Lumi, we're going to look at the lanes now. So it was a 5th pick PL. There isn't a whole lot of illusion clear. That's something the panel mentioned briefly. You talked about it not really being a good out game. Is it a good PL game?
For sure. You have no illusion clear. You could jump in and without... There's so few stuns. There's one stun to be exact on the side of like with that. You know, you could be very bold with the way that you play with your double ganger and things like that. So it's a great PL game.
So look at the way the lanes are being set up now. Secret are going to run the safe lane Batrider for Kezu. They go aggressive, dual, maybe tri-lane, depending on where Yapstar opts to spend his time. You know, Yapstar already creeping around near mid. He's got the boots. He has skilled up the crush. Does not seem like he's really going for a courier snipe here. More interested in the early harass. The game plan from Secret seems to be, don't let Miracle have a good time. And so far, well, it's certainly working in that regard. Already two-thirds of his health gone.
Yeah. Surprised there wasn't a Phantom Lance. I guess Midrun felt that he was going to be able to right-click for more damage.
Did skill the rush up early here, and they are going to rotate GH now as... Yeah, of course, they do have a little bit of assist here.
Kuro needs to TP bottom as well. This lane is not going to be possible for a Lycan on zone. And something that panel touched on is that they haven't seen a Lycan do well on the lane stage. Don't go well for him.
It's certainly tough to balance your resources and make sure both of them have a good start. And of course, the other nice thing, I guess, for Liquid, what might help salvage these lanes is that the Veno is a very difficult hero to pressure, even for a Batrider.
Yep.
Do you see this Veno playing rather aggressively early on? No points in the Plague War, but you've got to imagine it is coming soon. As Matumba Man in danger in the bottom lane, almost taking down to the Maldic, forcing up the Kuro TP, and he will pop on that last tick.
Liquid, or level 1 Maledict is not something that does a ton, but they did a lot of damage onto him before that point, so.
Oh, that is costly. And I think even worse, Lumi, like we also see the TP coming in, so
lane switch.
He does, I guess, get the experience out of this Kuroki, but now opens up some opportunities elsewhere as they try to pressure Kezu in the top lane, the Batrider, being harassed a bit, even for now at least, committing the Howl. And as you mentioned, it will be a full-on lane switch here. Mind Control is going to evacuate top.
But here's the thing, you're switching a Lycan into a Batrider lane. Like, is that any better?
That might even be worse, arguably.
Yeah, I mean, Batrider has the level advantage. Matumba Man doesn't even have boots, so if Kezu stacks like, let's say, 4 or 5 stacks onto Matumba Man, you could just run him down. They're actually going to dual lane up top here. They fire off the Gale, but the tower is smartly choosing to attack Mind Control, so they can't even dive in there either.
Genius. Kezu, thanks you for your service. They start to descend up mid. They're looking for the miracle kill. Good Void comes out, keeping Yapstar out of range of Crush, but now the Lance follow-up. That should secure it with MP joining the party. Multiple core lanes, apparently the order of the day, as they are still dual laning top with Mind Control, almost transitioning into that support role. Kuro is just being given the bottom lane solo. He says, I'm going to carry this one.
Oh, the 2 captain wants a true 1v1. Let's go. 5 position supports, last hitting. Get in there, boys.
The Kuro puppy fight. A thing of dreams. Only at TI7. Yeah. Only at TI7.
I mean, to be serious for a second, though, like, this is not the way that Team Liquid wants to have their lanes. They have a 1 and 3rd position player laning together at the top lane. Mind Control's playing the zoner here.
I don't think they're going to go in Kezu again. The pressure continues. He does have the Firefly, though. Do they actually want to dive for this? They try to take him down, force out that TP, and Puppy is here looking for the response. Lays him with the Maledict, but Kezu probably too low to chase this out. Lots of the Flame Break. Mind Control did stick up. Probably should be fine, but that Maledict packs a punch. Maybe not. One more hit.
Woo! Okay.
Panic TP didn't actually even get into the fountain there initially, but fortunately for him, he will survive. It's so uncommon to see 2 cores laning together that we just assumed it was a lane swap. Like, you really never see this in Dota nowadays.
Yeah, this shows that Team Liquid has really lost in terms of what they could be doing in the lanes. And I think Team Secret is just one step ahead. Like, look at this move by Yapzor. Like, he knows that, hey, stack is coming, he's going to block it. I feel like Team Secret is just one step ahead everywhere.
They are getting pretty heavily out-farmed as well with the Cast Knight already at 20 CS. Yapzor is being pursued, though, as that first nighttime clicks in, and perhaps... Oh, no, Yapzor denying him the Arcane Root, as he does get the crush off. Still the pursuit. GH very committed, and he will get the kill. Salvaging the game, keeping Liquid in it for now. Try to batten down the hatches a bit here. The good news, Limmy, Miracle is farming well. All the crazy lane shenanigans we saw earlier, it has allowed him to just sit mid and hit creeps, and now he's getting a little assistance from GH as the Howl comes out, continues to pursue, and mid one looks to answer back. A lot of damage with that first Spirit Lance. TPs are coming in. Puppey's going to rotate. Even that is just opening up the other lane. So this first nighttime, getting Liquid back in the game.
Before things get a little bit too crazy, I do want to mention that Liquid once again does have the combination of Night Stalker and Lycan. You can't just turn into Night anytime you want with the darkness, and then of course it makes the Howl doubly effective during Night. So a little bit of small something, but something that they have to count on.
Mind control, does fog them at least for now, but Yapzor on the case, gets off the crush. Kuro coming in, looking for the save, the Maledict's there, and it is already level 2. GH arriving as well, but he's running into 3. Not sure this is a fight he wants to take. In fact, Yapzor was looking for the second kill. Crush was still pulling down, gets away to safety. Mid one continues to bully Miracle, who does not have his level 6 yet. Has to be careful he doesn't overplay his hand. Behind in the experience department as Yapzor lurks, waiting for GH to come through, but actually Liquid have brought 3. He needs to get out of here. Gale comes in, and with that, Liquid score another kill. Climbing back into this game. This nighttime has really salvaged things.
It has. And there's still 2 minutes left of it, so let's see if GH could do a little bit more.
Overall, for Secret, is this expected that you're going to struggle this first nighttime? Are you at all worried if they're them? Are there any adjustments they need to make in your eyes?
I feel like they played the first 4 minutes very well. I think they definitely got way more kills than they should have gotten with the heroes that they have. Hold that thought here, as Puppey will have to turn on the heal as he runs away from GH, but perhaps a bait flies over.
Flapping away, but the Maledict is going to take him down. And Puppey has been a force on this Witch Doctor, and he was a force in game 1.
Yeah, what a skill build coming out from Witch Doctor as well. 2 points in Maledict, 1 point in Voodoo, and 1 point in Cast. This is definitely not the standard build, but hey, he's finding it correct use for every single situation.
I mean, it is, but at the same time, like, the standard Lycan build is not to get the Wolves early, so, you know, even if he needs the Cask later, he'll have time to go back for that.
Yep.
And Witch Doctor's heal and Cask are both pretty decent value points as far as they go. Like, just getting that stun in and of itself is a huge upgrade for the hero.
Sure.
The heal level 1 is quite strong.
Oh my god, this is a huge play by the Bat Rider. He's stealing the stack away from the Alchemist.
Bone 7 is smiling. This is a move
This is what he does,
dates back to him.
Yep. Oh, there you go. There goes that Alchemist stack. That's like 200
Diving
gold.
on mid. They want Miracle. His Chemical Rage on's full down, but in comes GH. Looking for the assist now. Puppey's the one who's run over GH. Again, making more movements once more. GH trying to play the hero, and GH doesn't quite get mid one. Trying to
Not
take
yet.
it down.
One more hit.
GH is a goddamn hero. He scores the kill. He'll pay with his life, but will earn the PL. Mind control though might have overextended. Indeed, he will. So the Venomancer drives by. He's gonna die in the lane. I mean, you can't ask for more from GH. This guy single-handedly dragging Liquid on his back into the game.
Yeah. And he has to do so because their lanes are just so bad the way that they were constructed. And they are in the game. Miracle does have the boots finish, upgraded, going for the standard armlet. He's now going to go into the jungle and get the bad news that, hey, my camp's taken. Again, Team Secret, even though they give away a couple kills in the nighttime, I still feel like that was okay, especially the fact that Bat Rider took that stack away is what gives me the win for Team Secret.
Technically, Liquid, their first lead of the game, at least their first substantial tick towards one, as they have completely erased that early Secret progress. But now we enter the next phase. It is, again, daytime. Secret can use this time to farm up. We're going to see MP building towards a fast armlet here on the Chaos Knight, as the Mid one continues to pressure the mid lane, has the arcane runes, so those very low cooldown spears keep on getting pumped out. It's going to force GH to TP away.
Middle tower is under attack.
Not a scary creature at this time. The Secret look to ramp up the push. Not the best pushing lineup, Lumi. That's something Secret really do struggle with outside of perhaps the Phantasm. That they have to get an overwhelming advantage to take these structures down.
Not a good pushing paper on lineup, but then what if like they just put illusions in front of your building? What is Team Liquid's answer? They don't really have one, so
It's slow progress, but
it will eventually take down the building.
They do chip it down, only to half HP, but nonetheless, progress for them. As elsewhere, Liquid are using this time to farm out. Mind Control trying to get back in the game, only have 2k net worth. Venomancer, with all the rotations he had to make, is just maxing out the Plague Wards. We're not going to see the extra points in Gal and Sting we saw from the mid-Veno previously.
Gonna go for mid one on the mid lane, but again, there's so very little control for him. He just jumps away.
Now a smoke, Secret making their play. They want Matumba Man. Does have the shape. They're going to have to change on him. The lasso's available. They want the wolf, and they'll get him, at least initially, pulling him up onto the high ground where Puppey is lurking with the Maledict. The crush comes through. Crow to the rescue, though. I don't think Matumba Man dies just yet, and now he chases forward. Wants a piece of Puppey, looking for vengeance. The Witch Doctor's overextended, but Yapzor trying to at least get the time out there. Not going to happen now. Yapzor on the run as well. They hound him. They pursue in force. A little bit too far. They are going to back away now, and on the chase is MP. Back the other direction we go. Ping-ponging onto Mind Control. Got the short duration stun, and now gets off the poison over the crush. Connects on only one. The Snake Man's down. Secret going to back away for now. But this is all buying time.
Yeah, this is a
Miracle is farming.
very good fight for Team Liquid. You know, like you mentioned, Miracle hasn't even needed to join any single fights. I think Team Secret definitely overestimated what they could have done taking a fight at the enemy shrine. Great TP coming in from Kurogi tapping that shrine. And once that shrine is activated, that Maledict really doesn't do much of anything. So good 1-for-1 trade for Team Liquid. And checking on Miracle's farm, he's up to 1500 with Armlet and Treads upgraded. Hey, they might be actually able to do it.
And looking at the tower now, Glyph gets forced out. No darkness available. It is still daytime. Actually, Liquid might want to wait to fully contest this. But with the catapult, hell, they might try it now. Chemical Rage active. DD Rune can be popped. Last hit to Miracle. Give him almost 2,000 gold halfway to the Relic.
Can he make it out, though?
But can he get away? You certainly seems that case.
Okay.
Who's the big boy now? Miracle just absolutely shreds him, and the chase goes forward, looking for more.
Well, I don't know if Miracle's going to pop off this game, but that's a good start, you know? Tower last hit.
Doing it during daytime as well. Secret just not respecting him.
Top lane looks like they're trying to make a dive for the Tumba Man, but no blink just yet here on the Bat Rider.
Kazu did opt to go for the drums first. Flying out now. And mid one also rushing the Diffusal Blade, so not even going to upgrade the boots here. Go for any stat items outside the Aquila. Just get that Diffusal out as quickly as possible.
Moving on from this point in the game, I think Curl's positioning in fights is going to determine whether Team Liquid has a chance or not in this game. He is public enemy #1. He's the one that's providing the spells as well as save for the rest of the team. And there's so many heroes that could easily get behind him. You know, of course, mid one with his Diffusal Blade, Chaos Knight with Reality Rift, as well as just Slaughter kind of just coming on the back line. So,
speaking of that Slaughter, again on the prowl here, has the phase boots picked up. Always a threat to flap over the trees. So when is Secret's next move? Is the Diffusal Blade the Armlet at that point? Do you just go? Do you start taking those fights? Or?
I think you're waiting for the blinks from Slaughter or the Bat Rider. You really need a hard initiation to find the right target, whether that is Kurogi or somebody else, and go for the quick kill. I think if you're relying on Diffusal Blade or drums, that's not fast enough to get the right initiation off, and Liquid can come in, you know, whether via tower TPs or just good positioning of their own to kind of take a good fight. You don't want to fight into an Alchemist lineup when you don't have enough, because if you just die to an Alchemist lineup, you just give him more time to farm, and that's a recipe for disaster.
So Puppey does continue to just keep on maxing out this Maledict. Now level 3, still need a 1 point in the cast, and could become very relevant here as Matumba Man is building towards the Necro Book. This has increasingly been the more popular build. We've seen a lot of players shying away more and more this tournament from the Armlet Mask of Madness. GH prowls the dire jungle. Into that next opening. Fusel Blade is nigh. MP's armlet. Only a few creeps away, so those
Dire's
two big
top
early
tower
combat
is under
items in
attack.
Secret about to come out. But Liquid, the ones on offense. Grouping up behind Miracle, they look for this tier 1 top. With the tower falling, Radiance will be nearly complete. Back Puppey, a bit of danger, lobs out the Maledict, but then gets silenced up and GH pursues onto the high ground. Really wants to force it, perhaps he's debated it a bit too far. Cast coming out, Maledict picking in, and will pay with his life.
Space created.
But space for the tower.
I mean, you just dove into a tier 3 for a 1-for-1 trade, and you got 2 teleport scroll from a 4 position.
And you got the tower, you got the Radiance.
Give him that chat wheel, man. Space created. Well done. And he needs to do that. Space.
He's not a player. He lets us play just talking.
Well, Miracle has the Radiance online. 14 minutes and 30 seconds with treads upgraded as well as armlet. Not the best time ever, but very, very serviceable given how the laning stage went, right? Remember, you gotta keep in mind that Matumba Man got first blood at bottom, or he got killed bottom. They had to lane with a Veno for a while. That was just not a good start. They're still in the game.
Definitely not a part of the plan, but it's working out all the same for Liquid. However, the change-up could be upon us momentarily as they look for GH here. Amp damage coming through. Kezu, no blink though. Can't wrangle the vampire.
Kezu's not going for Blink, he's going for a Yule Scepter. What do you make of that?
The Night Stalkers.
No, I mean, but you're a Bat Rider. Your job is to initiate. I guess he feels that, look, there is an Orgo on the other side. He gives respect to Kuro that he feels that he won't be able to get off very reliable initiation. That he just want to itemize in a different manner, but then you have a Bat Rider not at 100%.
The Slardar is about to get it. So Yapsor very close to his blink, and to be fair, like their lineup's good at chasing, right? With the PL,
Yep.
Fusel Blade, even Chaos Knight, a decent chaser.
I mean, you're just putting a lot of stock on that Slaughter being able to get that initiate off.
Well, they got the scan that might give them the opportunity here. At the same time, it's nighttime, and GH knows. He can see when Secret just creep towards that ward. So Liquid constructing a fairly safe push here, plopping down the Serpent wards. And now darkness falls. Do they commit?
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
With thinking about it, Secret still want to hold this tower. They conga line through the trees. Yapsor in position for his blink debut. Can he sneak up? Kuro would be an ideal target. The smoke actually, I believe, just got a little too close to mind control Kuro across the tree line. Instantly, you see Liquid are confident to back away. They see no one farming elsewhere. TL still off in the jungle. BOT's coming next for mid 1, so Secret won't find their opening. At the same time, they do hold the tower.
How far do you think he'll need to be to take over this team? Especially against CK, PL.
I mean, he has an Oracle behind him, right? And they do have like the Lycan Owl as well, so I think they have some ways to help him tank up.
So do you feel it's more about how the rest of the team play rather than, how farm he gets?
I think it's more about the Oracle.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, they have a lot of damage, right? They have amp damage, great against Alchemist, who has relative...
They're running a mid 1 up top here.
Armor, but here comes the chase on the mid 1. They want to kill up this PL. And
they will get it.
Huge pickoff, no punish as Kezu just walks into the Necro army. Yapsor even trying to get his blink off, but constantly the minions are a problem. He's got to crush him back away.
Alchemist is joining the fight.
Though, still get the jump onto GH, but Tumba Man wants to take the fight, not into that Maledict. That's not gonna
Miracle's
happen.
coming in with their 1 stun. They're going to go on. Nice dodger by MP. They're going to try to walk it off. Miracle's chasing. He doesn't have his ultimate. They can turn on him right now.
Good snare by Kuro, but now the death ward coming through. Kuro's down, and Liquid have to retreat. The stun lob down. God, if they had the PL, Secret would be diving so hard right now, but they just don't have the pursuit.
Tumbleman still standing in a very forward position. Kuro is out of the fight. They get picked off very fast. That's the state of the game where you look like, we just want to have more stuns, How do you chase in a situation like that?
Just patiently, I think you could be content with the PL kill.
Yeah.
You don't have to go for more at that point.
And I think they shouldn't have. As soon as they miss their stun, we're going to watch that one more time. They do go for the Night Stalker to start things off. And then you see the Alchemist coming down from the river. The stun will miss. And right at that point, I think it was time to back off. Yeah.
By MP. Because Rowdy Rips does have a bit of like a cast animation compared to, say, a Manta.
Yeah. I mean, at the same time, the Alchemist stun isn't, the fastest traveling projectile, so.
Well, Yule's now complete. So while you might want to see a blink from Kazoo, this could be a tool to keep that Oracle out of the fight as long as possible while they try and focus Miracle down. See how it pans out for Secret. Still though, feels like overall they're kind of playing Liquid's game, right? It's a good out game. There's some big Aghanims upgrades here. The Venomancer Ags upgrade is great. The Night Stalker one, fantastic. And
Do you want to play that game right now on the main stage? Who do you want to give the Ags to first out of his allies? I mean, my vote is on the Night Stalker.
I definitely think you need a plus armor item. Like, you're not going to rush an Ag.
Oh, no, no way. Like, I'm talking about once he's comfortable with his item slot and he's feeling rich, start to do out some Ags.
Yeah, I think so. I think Night Stalker is probably the ideal one. Just because against Batrider, the vision is so important. You cannot let him get the jump. Secret are smoked up, though. They haven't been particularly successful in these smokes, but they're going to try it again. Scouting out Matumba Man, but look at the positioning of Kuro Lumi, tucked in the trees, up above his core. Liquid are definitely anticipating Secret's movements well now. And they haven't been able to find that big fight. You know, the way their lineup works, they want to just catch a hero out and then keep on chasing everyone down with the Fusel charges, Reality Rims, the Batrider pursuit. But in fact, the charge going the other way. Mid one is being forced back. They got the armlet, they got the defusal, they got the drums, Yules, and the blink on the Slardar, and they're just not fighting.
They're definitely respecting the fact that there is quite a bit of vision on the side of Team Liquid.
Is there a way to deal with that for Secret?
Honestly,
anything they can do to get vision back?
I mean, you could put down wards, but as soon as Night Stalker press darkness, you know, a lot of your vision is just gone. Mind Control could pop down his own wards as well, to, like that, just give a little bit extra sight outside of the Roshan pit. They know Rosh is going on, but it's just hard to initiate. And this is a spot where you wish Batrider has a lasso, Blink lasso rather.
Well, they're trying to bring in the whole Gaddy, but by the time they get to the pit, it's already too late. Instead, they're going to go in mid, locking down GH, and in a flurry of attacks, he should die. No Kuro's there with the save, but a three-hero front from Yapsor. A godly play by him. Still GH stays alive for a while, almost killing off Puppey, and now the chase is on. Liquid see an opening with that Venomancer ult committed, MP dropping low. Do they drive forward? Mid one, kiting them from the side. However, he could get stunned here by the Algs. The crush comes through, looking for the save. And now, isolating Miracle, but he's just going to Manta and retreat. Still is the Aegis as well. Secret have to gang up here and try to rely on that Puppey heal to get them back towards safety. They do get the mid one kill in the end. Hang on, at least for now, to the Aegis.
Yeah, great trade here, if you ask me, for Team Liquid. Got the enemy core, you lost 2 supports, whatever. Miracle didn't die, he has
They want to go back in. Secret are thinking about it. They don't have the lasso. Who do they jump on first? In the back lines, it's Mind Control. Without the Poison Nova, he should be an easy kill, but Miracle's there to the rescue. Bails his buddy out, keeps him alive, and forces Secret on their heels. So they have a stun. The Void's pulling down. Oh, almost got it. GH. Mid-cast animation. So 2 cores now down for Secret.
Another kill given to Liquid for free, basically, and they're going to lose buildings from it. If you fight into an Alchemist, you better be damn sure that you have enough to take him down, or take his team down. And Team Secret had neither. Miracle, as soon as he pops that ultimate, they are able to take down the tier 2 and just start to farm off the enemy jungle. I think Liquid have stabilized. I think they might have able to recover from this game 2 situation. I mean, they're up 7k, and that might seem like a lot, but let me remind you of game 2 of, you know, the Liquid's last series, where there wasn't an enemy Alchemist on the other side. They were up like 10, 15k, and Liquid eventually came back, but I think they have stabilized.
Oh, they find Kazoo now with the Void coming through. He goes for the Yule, but quickly getting purged off. Down he goes. Kuro on point, and Secret on the run, continually being picked off. The Wolves are scouting. Matumba Man knows there's additional heroes lurking here. He sounds the cry to chase forward. The BOT plays for Miracle, locking onto MP, looking to finish off the Chaos Knight. Liquid are going to get another. All of a sudden, 12-12, but that does not tell the story of this game.
No, it does not.
The Raiding Crew at least sniped something for mid one, a small consolation prize, but the real victory is all Liquid's right now, as they continue to scratch and claw, try to force that game 3. They're definitely well back into this one. It's just crazy to think how it started. Puppey was walking around freely as a Witch Doctor, racking up kills. You had a dual lane Veno Lycan that was still almost losing, it felt like, to a Batrider.
I mean, I
But
think
things have changed.
I think one of the key points to point out given how the game state is going, is that, yes, Team Secret was ahead from the laning stage, but they didn't really have heroes that could get further ahead. Like, sure, you did well in the lanes, but you weren't pushing towers, right?
They don't have like an anti-mage with the Battle Fury, an Alchemist with the Radiance, and they didn't have, you know, they didn't have the blink on the Batrider to even set up those kills, so they gave Liquid a little breathing room. And
I'm thinking more heroes like Pugna, right? Like, if you get well in the laning stage, you start blasting towers, you start constricting what Liquid could do, where they could farm. But they couldn't. I mean, eventually, sure, you have illusion heroes. Eventually, you can push tower, but that's eventually. That will take too long, and it did take too long. Liquid has had more than enough time. Unless Miracle makes some sort of big misplay, I think if he plays safe, this could be Liquid's game.
all does hang in the balance. Their TI lives very much on the line. They leave him mid for now, but the BOTs can bring him to join the team. As Liquid commence their push, a little chip damage on bottom, taking a couple hundred points of health away from that tower. Still the tier 1 remains top, something that Secret would sure love to eradicate.
But they're going to lose the tier 2. Also, when I say Miracle needs to, play good, same thing with Kerr, right? I'm kind of counting them as a joint unit at this point. False Promise for your Alchemist, that's the combo. Here we go, high ground siege.
Cast comes a bouncing Puppey trying to slow this down, but Miracle is undaunted up front. At least for now, the Necro Book gets forced away, but already this tower has taken a heavy punishment. 900 health bond. Still the tier 1 health holds top, and now they chase after mid 1, but Tumbaman sicking his minions on the PL. Gonna force him back, as meanwhile these Alkalusions, quite an infestation on the secret side of the map, and they look perhaps for a little more. Alk stun lobbed out.
Very composed push. I think a lot of teams would have seen, hey, we're up on the high ground, we got the Lycan O, we got the Wolves, we got the Summon, let's just take the tier 3, but Team Liquid recognizing that the enemy shrine is still up, they could be very liable to get backstabbed. Last time it was the Absol getting a, 3-man Slithering Crush? That could just, end their lead, so playing it very safe. Miracle does get the Corrosive Haze on him, but he could easily dispel that with a Mantis out. He'll probably do so soon.
So Secret identifying that they need 2 BKBs here. Mid 1 is going for 1 simultaneously. We do see MP has just completed his, just got the gold now. So they're going to go for another timing with the BKBs, look to really take the fight to Liquid. Do you think they'll be able to fight into Liquid with these, or are they still lacking?
To me, it isn't about the BKBs. Don't get me wrong, the BKB is going to be nice. Like, it's going to prevent the stuns from coming out. It's going to make heroes like Night Stalker as well as Venomancer somewhat ineffective. But to me, the ultimate thing is, are you finding Kuro? Can you kill him before he lets off his spells? Because once you kill him, then you have real methods to control Alchemists.
But they don't have the vision, right? Like, you've got on the side of Liquid, you have a Night Stalker and the Wolves constantly scouting, giving you information. Like, where's the vision for Secret? It's maybe an Amplified Damage, a Corrosive Haze here or there, an Illusion scouting in the woods. Like, yeah. They don't have a great vision.
I mean,
here.
they have Batrider, it'll help a little bit, but I think this is where Shadowblade helps, from heroes like Slaughter or even the Bat. No-Tail has been a big fan of getting Blink Dagger on the Chaos Knight, where you could, use for just your hero and also kind of pull your illusions into the fight if you want. Maybe that's something MP will consider, but it looks like he's gonna just bulk up. He's gonna go for the AC.
He's bulking up. Miracle is already swole, banging away at this tier 2 top. Shiva's Guard complete. Octarine on the way. Alk at 22k net worth. All the problems he had early, they feel long gone. Liquid are now about to siege. Grouping up top, shoving that lane in. Roche could be up soon, so they don't want to do it just yet. And Matumbaman's going to sprint to bottom, or at least thinks about it. 6 the Necrobook inside this dire base, all the way to the tier. It's going to hit
tier 3, yeah.
For now, at least, there was a moment of backdoor, but that is gone, and now tower nearly down. If they kill this off, the Shrine's going to be
one more hit.
One more hit, he does it! Oh, that is huge. Yep. Shrine's been opened up. Instantly, GH is onto it.
But they might get backstabbed. Here comes Team Secret.
Secret could have found their opening here. The crush to start, and they catch up. Of all heroes, they catch out Kuro. That's really bad for Liquid. They need to retreat, get out quickly. GH, looking for the Corrosive Haze there, but he somehow manages to
Link in 1 second.
Flame Break coming through is going to connect. He makes it back to safety. If it's only Kuro, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, the lanes are way too pushed. Look at Mind Control's position. He's like, hey, I see Kuro gain jump. I'm going to just push top. Now you have to respond to that. As you're responding to that, our other lanes are going to get pushed out. Team Secret says this is our small opening to, get the mid-wave push in, and maybe look for a little bit more.
YapzOr still hunting, diving after the Night Stalker at nighttime. That is a tall order. Meanwhile, you see Mind Control infesting this top lane, just constantly shoving it in, trying to draw some heroes back, at which point his team can go and try to deal with some shrines. So the BKBs are complete now. When do Secret get their next fight? They're not itemizing to play greedy. They're not trying to really itemize to just farm their way back into this. That's never the ideal scenario against an Alex to try and play his game, but continue to slip behind the longer that clock runs. Now MP getting caught out here, silenced up, outstun coming through. It's not the longest duration. The Shiva's connected as well, but he gets back to safety. Now it's Puppy who's caught out. Do they turn? Do they fight? When will Secret make their stand? It's not now. Puppy's down. MP hesitates, blows the BKB, still goes down, and it's off to the races. Matumba Man charging in. They can descend on this tower, and a flurry of auto attacks look to bring him down. They force mid one on his heels. Liquid turn back for objectives now. Focus, eyes on the prize. Single-minded. They just want these towers. They want the racks. They don't care about Secret's heroes. It's an even game in kills, but that's not Dota. Dota is a game of building, and that's exactly what Liquid are taking down. Melee racks have fallen. They want more. Looking for the range. They still stick around. They're not even hesitating for the time being. The range will drop, and still no sign of answer.
They could maybe get Matumba Man on the way out, but I think they're happy to sacrifice him. No, they're going to leave it.
Lasso still available, but Kuro just sits back waiting with the false promise. He's going to get Yules, and now the lasso comes through, but Kuro purchases it off anyway. Matumba Man going to be able to walk away freely. Maybe GH doesn't even go down here. Secret are committing their BKBs, potentially their lives, to this hold, and it seems like they're losing. They even shrine up, but the outstun comes through. Miracle on the onslaught here, charging forward, forcing Secret back. Mid one wants to fight. Still, BKBs have been expended. Is this really their time? But Matumba Man's at full HP right now. The Lance comes through. I think Liquid are content to back away, but they need that shapeshift. They're still trying to kill him finally. He'll get that kill, but doesn't really feel like it matters. Buildings have fallen. Heroes have died. Long duration BKBs expended. Roche is about to respawn. I don't know that Secret are in position to contest it, Lumi.
Yeah, I feel like Team Liquid gave away a little bit too much there. There was no reason to... if GH dies, you know, whatever. We're going to watch the team fight one more time. I believe this is just going to be the first half of the team fight where Team Liquid feels like they're strong enough and they're going to just run at them. There is no response whatsoever from Team Liquid. Sorry, Team Secret. Team Secret play much better when they're the one that's initiating with the Bat Rider, with the Slaughter. And that was just Liquid flexing. They're going in. Not much of Secret.
I mean, you can see the idea there for the Bat Rider of Kezu. Yules up the Oracle and then just go on somebody, but the range is long enough with the Aether Lens that Kuroki can still easily just purge that lasso off.
Had they done that like maybe 10 minutes earlier, that would have been a good plan, but sure, you Yules up the Oracle, but you're not killing people fast enough before he comes down.
That is the other thing.
Yeah, like what is your burst damage on the side of Team Secret? I guess the Chaos Knight.
It's a reality room.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
You know, he was struggling to get into the right position on team fight as well.
Liquid get one. Now they want the Roche. Bottom lane, remember, is exposed. Mid lane, still the tier 3 stands. It's going to be a tough siege for Secret to stop here, Lumi. Especially if an Aegis Cheese is a part of it. But really, how does Secret get near the pit? They got to worry about these lanes pushing in. There's a Night Stalker running around with a gem, flying out momentarily. They already seem to have trouble initiating trouble with vision. Troubles will continue to increase.
Yeah, they even feel confident enough to not give Miracle the Aegis. They put it on Matumba Man. This is generally a bad sign for the other team. Now there is 2 hyper cores that you have to deal with. There's still Kuroki with his false promise on the backline that you have to kill before. And Kuro's got a Aether Lens, so he can stay even further away in a better position. This might be checkmate for Team Secret. It feels like it's already checkmate.
They're going to try, though. Secret moving out. They do have their BKBs double damage and bottled up by mid 1. This could be big.
Darkness ends.
Darkness ends, and maybe the opening comes.
Blinks away!
YapzOr, though, crushing on the Oracle. That's probably the ideal target. Now the lasso comes through on him. Mid 1 can commit. They drag him up, roast him in the flames, and Matumba Man gets aggressive. He fights into this. Miracle joins the fray. They're going to back up their friend here. Still that Oracle is alive through it. Oh, Kuro survives. Secret are not getting kills with these BKBs. Finally, the Oracle will drop. The Lycan also brought down, but round 2 is much more painful. Miracle still full HP. Fighting forward is the Lycan. Liquid win the fight. 3 fall, they push it.
Well, they got the initiation they were looking for. Unfortunately, they didn't get the kill quickly enough. And meanwhile, Team Liquid.
Oh boy. Miracle. The cojones on this one. Here comes the Rapier. That is going to be huge for taking down these structures, but it's the kills that Miracle seems to want. He's diving from Peace. He's diving with the Rapier. What's he doing? He has no fear. Kenzu just runs away.
I think they were ahead enough, or even if he hadn't lost the Rapier, it would have been fine. So this is more like, hey, we're winning this game so hard. I'm not even worried about giving a Rapier away. We're going to finish the game right now.
Yeah, out comes the Gale. Miracle finally using that Rapier for its proper purpose, which is to bring down buildings. They crush him. They can't control him, though. Liquid, Mega Creeps await. Game 3 awaits. Secret cannot close them out.
Call it GG.
What a shaky start, Lumi. That looked real dicey. Talk about composure. You're down 0-1. You're on the verge of elimination. Your lanes really go awry, and they somehow just stay calm under pressure. I mean, people look at Kuroki. We've seen him cast before, and he is a very calm guy. And I think that calmness really paid off here for the team.
As much as Team Secret won Game 1 off of Puppy's play with the Spare Breaker, I felt